Hello, my name's Liz Munton and I'm the online assessor for this Level 2 Business Administration Award. As you can see from the first slide, we go back to the 5 mandatory units and then you will need to pick an option or 2 from those which are on your OneFile account. This slide covers Unit 3 and 4, understand communication in a business environment and understand employer organisations. So the journey is for OneFile. Whilst completing this qualification, you'll be using a system, as I've just said, called OneFile. All your assignments and evidence which you gather will be on this learning platform. Once inducted, you will onto the programme, you're given your own login details. All your work will be set as assignments through question and answer boxes within the OneFile learning platform. All will be completed by you through self-research. The suggestions for this are using Google, government websites, YouTube, where appropriate, using your own life skills and life experiences, and also your previous job roles and job roles that you're in at the present moment. As I've said previously, there are 5 mandatory units with 2 optional units to be picked from the 16 that are on your OneFile account. Unit 3. Understand communication in a business environment. In this unit, you will look at how to understand both the requirements of written and verbal business communication. You'll be able to identify appropriate body language and tone of voice when communicating verbally. As you know, communication is used every day. It's a necessity, both in our personal life and in the business setting. When at work, people can share information, making sure everyone understands what must be done and when. Good communication can be the difference between a successful business and an unsuccessful business. What is good for communication? So, as you know, it must be clear, concise and relevant. This leads to fewer miscommunications. Individuals having more confidence in their abilities in the tasks that they're asked to do. It helps to build stronger relationships with colleagues and co-workers. As you're aware, there are different methods of communication. So, face-to-face, email, letter, video conferencing and telephone. As in the other handout, I did some keywords for the units, so I have in this one too. And then we follow on once I've done the keywords with the did you know. There's just 2 facts there. So 1.1, communication methods may include, but are not limited to, as you're aware, face-to-face, telephone, email, letter and video conference calls. We also do Zoom calls, Teams calls on the computer as well. And 1.2, audiences may include, and again not limited to, internal colleagues, managers, other departments which could be external and individuals and companies. 1.3. Conventions refer to specific presentation styles used by an organisation or sector. And then, as I said before, there's 2 facts there for you in the Did You Know? And another Did You Know fact for you. So, when communicating verbally, what do you notice? How does the meaning of what you're saying, how's it passed over? So, we look at tone of voice, we look at body language. A person may not always understand the words that you are saying, but you can look at them in the face and see if they are happy or angry. Then look at their body language. If your arms are crossed tightly, very defensive. These clues can help people to get an idea of the situation they are in and the tone of what you are communicating, whether it be serious or light-hearted. So now we're going to look at tone of voice. This could include the volume, how you're speaking, is it appropriate to the setting that you're in? Clarity, making sure that each word is clear so the person understands who you're speaking to, what you're saying. Emphasis. The words you emphasize can change the meaning of the whole sentence that you are talking about. Pauses. Short breaks in what you're saying. And pacing. How fast or slow you speak. Body language is non-verbal, so standing, have a straight back for a positive communication. Sitting, sit with a straight back with your legs in front of you or crossed. Facial expression, smile naturally, don't frown. Eye contact is important as it shows you are engaged and listening to what that individual is saying to you. Hands. Occasionally talking with your hands is fine, and a lot of people do this. Nodding, in agreement, as well as making eye contact. Unit 4 is about understanding employer organisations. We have a mixed economy which is made up of the private, public and voluntary sector organisations. The private sector is obviously to make profit, and this is such as a sole trader. They could be self-employed, for example, a carpenter, plumber or a builder. Limited company is owned by one or multiple people, for example, River Island shops or Virgin Trains. The public sector is companies which are owned or financed by the government. So us as a college in education, the police, the healthcare, hospitals, the military and public transport. The voluntary sector, there is no single definition for the voluntary sector. It can be small or it can be large. Money is raised through fundraising or donations. This includes charities which are not-for-profit organisations and non-governmental organisations too. The larger international organisations who have hundreds of employees, they receive a multi-million-pound budget. So not all voluntary sector organisations work with volunteers. So again, I've done some more keywords for Unit 4. So this unit ensures you understand organisational structures and the differences between the private, public and voluntary sectors. You'll be able to describe the internal and external influences on organisations and why change in the business environment is important to everyone. So keywords for 1.2, different organisational structures, for example, functional, product, activity, area, regional or geographical. 1.3, different types of legal structures, for example, the sole trader, partnership, private company, which can be limited, or a public company, which is the PLC. 2.2 is models of analysis, which include the SWOT analysis and the PESTLE analysis. And another Did You Know fact. This slide is about organisational structure. It's the way staff in a company are organised and how each role relates to others within the same company. It helps a business to run as effectively as possible by utilising people in the correct job role, using the correct and best resources, and meeting organisations' aims, achieving organisational objectives. Hierarchical is common in government, organisations and the public sector. Horizontal, known as flat, it has fewer tiers but more people in the tiers. Functional, each person has a skill set. So for instance, finance, IT or HR, each person reports to one manager. Divisional, divides a company into smaller units for operation, but each unit works in a separate field, specific area. And legal, whether a company has 1 employee or 500, they must have a legal structure. This defines the organisation's legal responsibilities, such as sole trader, limited company, or a business partnership. The organisational environment. Organisations are affected by 2 main influences, which are the external and internal. The internal factors are those that happen within an organisation, and they're probably easier to control. So managerial structure, this can be positive or negative. The employee morale. Happy, valued employees, it is proven that they are more productive and they work better together. Cultural changes within a company. This is a flat organisational structure, encouraging open communication, staff ownership, and responsibility of their own decisions. Directors change to a hierarchical management structure, not encouraging open communication, leading to staff being disillusioned, so become less productive and look for employment elsewhere. This then takes their knowledge that they've gained within the company away, leaving a skill deficit within the company, which negatively impacts the company and its profit margins. Financial changes. Increases or decreases, income or financial mismanagement affects the organisation. This can be through redundancies and perks being reduced. This impacts the company's profitability, reputation and ability to supply customers. So following on from the previous slide, we continue with organisational environment, but this is the external factors which happen to all organisations and they're out of the control of the business owners or the directors. Competition. So companies that are in the same field, same industry, they try to beat each other, creating similar products, making them more attractive, better, cheaper. This can, however, have devastating consequences to the company. Legal factors, such as changes to regulation and laws. Political factors. Government regulations and their policies changes, this impacts the businesses. Taxes may reduce taxes for one industry but increase for another. Health and safety rules. Changes may mean new processes, staff training, and new equipment to be purchased. Employment law affects employees' rights, their salary, time off and holiday, annual leave time. This in turn will affect the running of the company. Socio-economic changes. Elements that affect buying patterns. Interest rates, values, attitudes of customers, and their ability to afford the products or the services. And industry changes. Because of technology, industries can change quickly and without warning. This can lead to the lower productivity and losing the competitive edge. And now we look at the models of analysis. So a business should work as efficiently and effectively as possible. Ways of understanding the way organisations work and how they can work better is by using the following three analyses: SWOT, PESTLE, and scenario planning. And for the last slide in this handout, we have a Did You Know?